Hi, thanks for joining me today. In this video, what we're going to be doing is practicing the use of possessives in a sentence. In addition to that, I would also like to practice taking two independent clauses and combining them to make a more efficient sentence. This will help not only my students but others learn to become more fluid in their approach to English, so it sounds more natural. Because more often than not, speaking broadly, when you're concise, your point is made faster and it's a lot clearer to a native English speaker. Let's go ahead and take a look. First, I'm going to introduce two independent clauses, so two separate sentences. Then we're going to apply a possessive, the rule in which we use the apostrophe S to a noun to indicate possession or ownership. And following that, we're going to find a way to introduce the second clause into the first by just using one sentence. All right, so let's look at the first example, which is the man has a car. Oops, my handwriting's all over the place. All right, so now we'll talk about the car. The car is in the garage. Okie dokie. So I'll just indicate both clauses with this green line. We have two of them. All right, let's take a look. Well, using the possessive rule, we can identify that the noun man owns the noun that is the car in this case. So right away we can say, and I'll just switch to orange, the man's, so man apostrophe S, car, so the man who owns the car. Well, what about the car? Well, we know it's in the garage, so how can we say that more efficiently without being redundant and saying the car is in the garage, right? We're aware that we're talking about the car that's owned by the man, so now we just need to indicate its position, which in this case is in the garage. Again, forgive my handwriting. All right, there you go. So the man's car is in the garage. Both clauses have now been merged into a single sentence to make for a more efficient reading. All right, let's look at a second example. Let's see. My friend has a party. It would be our first clause. So, my friend has a party. Okie dokie, let's describe that party. The party was fun. Okie doke. Let me go ahead and switch back to the green to show our first clause and our second clause. So let's combine them. Again, keeping in mind we also want to use the possessive rule. So we're going to identify the noun that owns the other noun or quality, let's say. Although in this case it would be another noun. All right, so here we've got the friend. Oh, let me use my highlighter. The friend, well, what does he own? Well, in this case, in the sentence, it was his party. So in a sense, he owns that party. So we've got my friend's apostrophe S party. So whose party was it? Oh, it was my friend's party. Well, what about it? Well, we know it was fun, so I could just say my friend's party was fun. Bam! Way more efficient. Single sentence combines both independent clauses to form this unified thought. And just for brevity's sake, let's go ahead and take a quick look at number 3. In this example, I'm going to use the children have a mother. So the children, which is an irregular word, it's a plural for child. Children have a mother is our first clause. The second part is going to be the mother, again, forgive my handwriting, is, over there. So we're indicating her position or her location. All right, once more we have the first clause, the second clause. All right, right away we know we have children, and well, what do they have? Well, we explicitly state that they have a mother, so we know the mother belongs to the children. So now we can write it as the children's mother. So the children's mother, so it's the mother that belongs to the children. That's supposed to be an arrow. Let's pretend. Well, what about him? Well, we know her position is over there, wherever that is. So we can say the children's mother is over there. Again, we've taken two independent clauses and combined them into a more efficient and concise single sentence. Also using that possessive rule, the apostrophe S. All right, so those are just 3 examples. In the next video, we'll discuss the use of possessives when the word itself is plural. Oh, on your screen, so I'm going to go ahead and just move back a little bit. So on your screen are some just quick notes. Possessives refer to nouns that own a thing, whether it's tangible or intangible, in a sentence. And we indicate that using an apostrophe. Now keep in mind, when you add an apostrophe S to a word, that word or noun that you're attaching it to maintains itself as a singular noun. The rule when applying it to a plural noun is a little bit different. You would actually add the apostrophe after the S as opposed to before. Okay, so that was our discussion on possessions. In the next video, I'll more thoroughly dive into the plural versions of those. All right, thank you.